your brother, you hear me?
Now go now, go while you still can. Go!
If you're seeing this broadcast, you are in a part of the country no longer controlled by the government of the United States.
You may recognize many scenes from this movie shot right here in Detroit, and an area trainer played a big role in the movie, getting the actors ready for their parts. He trained Chris Hemsworth, Josh Peck, and the other Red Dawn cast members. He also trained Hemsworth for the role of Thor. And joining us this morning in studio is Mike Knight from Art of Strength Studios in West Bloomfield and Birmingham, along with Sarah Smith and Lisa Farsard. Mike, how are you?
Good, Jay. How are you this morning?
Look at you, you're like the Hulk. Listen, you tell us about your story is an interesting one, because how old were you when you got you had that talk where somebody say, you know, you're not going to make it?
Well, if you look behind me, I had a picture when I was 36 years old, and I was 324 pounds.
Wow.
I was in the gym 2 hours a day, thinking I knew all I had to do was work out. Between a doctor visit and a hard look in the mirror in a pair of shorts, I had a breakdown, and epiphany that this is not going to change. So the doctor took my blood test, did my blood work, called me in, and he says, Mike, he was a friend of mine, he said, I'm going to tell you just like you tell your clients, change or you'll die.
Yeah.
Until you hear those things, I mean, when do we really decide to change?
So you do a type of workout that I didn't want to just interview you about it. I actually went and did it over at your place on Tuesday. It is it's intense and it's different. And you told me that he identified immediately. He said, "Listen, you're not a runner," and I've been running. And you said you're going to feel like you ran after an hour, but you're not. And boy, it was intense.
Well, the thing we've done, what I've created is a system called Infusion. And basically what we have is we have old school. It doesn't matter who the client is, old, young, professional athletes, guy that's been in the gym. There's only so many days we can go and do chest and tries, back and bis, legs, walk out. Then I got to do my cardio, got to do my weights. With this, what we've done is we take functional at its best, and then we take the box gym, as you will, and we fuse them together. And we create a system that's going to be very uncomfortable and create a little anxiety as you walk in the doors.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. There was anxiety, and I wanted to puke at the end. But I will tell you that I felt great, and that's what you want after this, and there's a reason why this works. So tell us what we're doing.
Well, first thing, I've got Sarah and Lisa behind me. They're a couple of great trainers. And what it is just, we don't call it lifting weights, we call it moving objects. Sarah's working with what we call the old strongman, which is vicious progression and corrective strategy. It's moving an object. So a lot of people have had experience with kettlebells, but they always start with a kettlebell, and if the trainer isn't certified and doesn't put the right tool in your hand, you can have a bad experience. Lisa's going to be doing the same movement as Sarah, but she's using a kettlebell, okay? And you can see some of the moves they use. Same movement, different tool. And it doesn't matter who comes in our group, it could be young, old. A lot of people, we start them with the vintage progression, okay? The other thing is we'll mix it up. Like Sarah will come over here if she wants to come up over here, and we have different tools. So just a typical shoulder press, that makes it a little bit more fun. The old strongman barbell, log, and this is not filled with air. That's actually 70 pounds. So we'll put them through a circuit. Sarah will do that. And we'll probably go on 20 on, 20 off. We do a lot of circuits. So then Sarah will come off of that. She'll come over the rope, do squats. Lisa will come over here. She'll go to the log. And we'll move on. So Sarah may do 10 squats. Lisa will do 5 presses. Good. Push press it. Nice. Up and down. Good. Nice. Good.
Mike, tell us about the ropes.
The ropes are the #1 cardio tool in the world. The thing is that you would never see people doing them by themselves. It's great because anytime you can move them, you had a choice when you were on them.
Yeah.
It's going to get your heart rate from 0 to 150, 160 in about 20 seconds. It's going to be very uncomfortable, but you can't get hurt. So she'll move off of that. We'll move Lisa over here. Sarah's now going to come over to what is and should be swung by a lot of people, but you've probably never seen women this size swing this size kettlebell. Lisa will do her 10 squats. Sarah's going to go right into a kettlebell swing. And ladies, this is the key. Everything we do with a kettlebell is hip driven. I love when women come in and they go, Mike, let me tell you what I want. I said, listen, I'm single. I want the same for you as I want for them. So again, you can see putting the right tool in someone's hand, how incredible powerful that is. Okay, then we're going to come over here and we'll do a typical Turkish get-up, which is one of the typical ab exercises we do. Now this is 35 pounds. If you see men's health magazines or around, you're going to see the same tool in a man's hand. Go ahead, Lisa. So again, until you go and come to Art of Strength, what you need to understand is we keep doing stories about fitness, health, and eating. We have a team here, we have a family here. Come and see what we do differently. We need to hold you accountable. You have trainers holding you accountable.
Watch out behind you.
Uh-oh.
Kettlebell behind you. Listen, Taryn, come on in.
I know, I had to see this in
Before we
person.
go, tell me about one of these young ladies had a baby recently?
Yeah, actually, we just have a little surprise. I thought it'd be a nice finishing touch. So with women that have babies, Sarah just had a baby 3 months ago. So it's
3
true
months ago.
testament. True testament.
Look at her.
And it's our first and youngest artist-trained client, so we start them off early here.
And keep in mind, people, TV puts like 10 pounds on you too.
Right.
So.
Well, if you're me, it puts 40 on. So, but listen, I will tell you that this it is different. You go nonstop, and
Oh my
before we wrap
goodness.
up, you said if I were to go running for 30 minutes, calorie-wise, what would I burn?
30 minutes, you're probably going to be 300-400.
If I do your workout for an hour, what did I burn?
For an hour, you're going to probably burn 1,000. Again, what you
$1,000
here's the thing is that we go to the gym, we go, I got to do my weights, I got to do my cardio, I got to do my weights, I got to do my cardio. It's the same thing when it comes to underweight training. It's just that we've never felt that. So when you look at the heart rate monitor, it still says 170. You have weights in your hands, but after you're done, you go, well, I still got to do my cardio.
Right.
No, you
This
don't.
does it all in
We've
one
done
hour.
it, yeah, because we don't have 7 days a week.
We don't have 7 days a
More
week,
bang
Taryn.
for your buck, that's what we like.
3 days, 1 hour, we're set. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you. I'll see you
Impressive.
soon.
Yeah.